Hi, my name's Jordan and welcome to my channel. I'm here to talk about everything style, whether it's from fashion to life. And today specifically, I'm really excited to talk about some of the things that I feel like will help you and I elevate your fall winter wardrobe. It's getting a little crisp outside. The temperature's dropping. I'm having to layer up. I'm having to bundle. And you just don't want to do that in a way that's like going to make you feel frumpy, so covered up that you can't express yourself. Like, I think fall winter is such a good opportunity to bring character, charisma, personality into your own wardrobe, into your looks. And I want to help you do that. So today I'm going to be talking about 4 individual items that I think can help take an outfit from A to Z. The point is, you don't have to go above and beyond. It can literally just be this one item that will help your maybe simple fall winter outfit turn into something more unique and personable to you and your self-expression. So with all of that being said, let's get started. But first things first, I just want to define what I mean by elevated for this video and this video only. This is all my own opinion, so I do want to just let you all know where I'm coming from. I'm thinking of elevated style as in curated style, and specifically the clothing you wear can be an avenue of self-expression and storytelling. So that's largely what I mean in elevated. However, you can also use probably the definition that you assumed, something a little bit more chic, something a little bit more stylish, put together. I think all of that works within this video as well, but I do think what you put on can help you build confidence and can help you like feel good, especially in the fall winter where by the time we get to January, things are looking bleak. It is gray sky winters, cold, bleak, potentially a chance of snow. I think last winter in New York, it snowed like 5 different times, which was more than me and my southern soul could take personally. And by the time I got to February, I was searching for a way out. I was looking left, right, up, down. I'm like, I need warm weather. I need it now, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be everybody's problem if I don't get a glimpse of the sun soon. And if you live in that type of winter, if you live in that environment, hopefully a few accessories to get you through that can help boost morale, can help build your confidence, and it's just a good, fun way to add a little jazz, a little juice to your clothes. So I just wanted to lay the land, set that foundation, because everything I'm about to mention moving forward is based on that. First things first, colorful tights. I'm excited to try this out. I actually have never worn colorful tights in my life. Maybe if I was younger, I don't remember, but as an adult and someone who buys and pays for their own clothing, I haven't purchased them. I've been really interested in outfits that use color as a way to just kind of elevate them a little bit. So that's something I've had to do with me and my own wardrobe, because most of my wardrobe is neutral. I think colorful tights in general, but colorful tights specifically are a really good way to add personality to your outfit. Your outfit can go anywhere the second you add color or patterns, prints to something and maybe an unconventional place. And it's not that colorful pants, pattern skirts, dresses aren't a thing, but I do think when people you say, I'm gonna wear this black dress and a pair of tights, you probably just imagined a black dress with black tights. However, you show up, if my homegirl told me she's wearing black dress and black tights, and she comes in with the black leather boots up and the purple tights and like an old outfit with it, I'm like, okay, you didn't say you were wearing that, because that's a cute look, and now I'm wearing something way less extravagant. However, in reality, it's actually not that extravagant. All she did was swap the color of the tights, and that's why I think colorful tights can be seen as unconventional. But it's crazy that it really is only one singular item that took the black dress tight combo from something simple, expected even, to something a little more original, a little more fun, glamorous. And that's why I think it's elevated in this sense. Also, back to my original point, it just brings color in a relatively bleak season. October, November, December, you're probably not gonna worry about this too much, but by the time you get to January and February, it can definitely boost morale just having a pop of color or two in a very dreary time period. At least it would for me, and I'm hoping it does. And then another thing about tights in general, they are a great way to extend the life of an outfit. Personally, that depends on how many times you want to wear an outfit. Me and mine's, I use that washer dryer. I'm putting my clothes in the wash and then I'm putting them right back on. I understand the outfit repeater mentality, I do. If you are someone who falls in the camp of, I don't wanna wear the same thing too many times, this is a great way to switch it up. It's also a great way to take any outfits you wore from the spring, summer and bring them right back into the fall. I love when I'm stumped, I go through my camera roll, I see what I wore 6 months ago, I'm like, okay, cool. It was hot. It was steamy outside at that point in time, but now it's cool. What do I need to do to wear this exact same outfit, but in colder weather? Tights. Then on top of that, add color to it. It's not even the same outfit anymore. This is brand new. This is original. So you do with that what you will. I've put you on game. The second item that I'm really excited to talk about is the beret. Hang with me, hang with me. This is so good. This is so good. In American media, we grow up, we see, like we're watching movies, we see TV shows, you bring in a Frenchman, any person from France, and the way they like stereotype the French is through a beret. Like within those typecastings of French people, they were still incredibly chic, very well dressed. They had their accents, which as Americans we love, and they were still very tailored and refined, curated people. Even though we can recognize that is something that is a way that people dress over there. Like in the United States, I don't think we've ever really taken the time to think about the beret as a legitimate and fashionable piece of clothing. I might be generalizing, but this is just me as a 25-year-old thinking about why I've never put on a beret in my life. It's like a timeless fashion piece. It's very chic, it's very stylish, but also the beret really has an interesting tension with it because it's something that as Americans we indicate as like an elevated piece of clothing for them over there. However, on our own soil, it has a history of political rebellion and a fight against the regime. When I think of the beret, I also think of the Black Panthers and how this was a key staple item to their uniform. And you can argue that for many groups of political resistance all over the world. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna pull up the sources, but in my head and what I've learned, you look through history books all throughout. The beret is a really common hat for the uniform. Why is that? I don't know. I'll dive in deeper at some point in time. But because this is the case, you have this intersection of a very tailored and refined look mixed with the edge and a grit and a roughness that all comes together in this beret. I went on a very long spiel to say I think the beret is dope as fuck. How I would wear it in 2025, I would do pretty much exactly what I would just said. Like it would be this intersection of tailored style, very chic, A-line, pressed clothing that meets streetwear. I love that. And there are already people who are doing this really well. Also, I saw on the train one time, this is where it all went downhill for me, because then I was like, I need to start a beret movement. So here I am. I'm gonna detail exactly what I saw on the train about 2 or 3 years ago in New York City. Picture this, woman sitting on the train, Carhartt type jacket, cropped, cream colored, black, straight, wide leg jeans, pointed booty, pointed leather boots, right? Earrings, accessories, purse, beret. It looked so good. I made a collage. This is exactly what I was describing. If you couldn't piece all of that together, this is what it looked like. And I was like, this girl is cool as fuck. This girl has style. She has swagger. She looks good. I would trust her. Kiss, 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 kiss. That's my spiel. That's my like 10-minute spiel on the beret and how much I love it. And I am excited for other people to attempt to try to wear it with me and bring it into your style. Next is the balaclava or a chunky scarf. And I think the balaclava or a chunky scarf tied as such is a really great use of like multi-purposeful clothing. The balaclava is just a really good way, I keep using this word, but to jazz up your fall winter outfit. And the reason why I say this is because in the fall and winter, you have to think smarter about how to stay warm, especially if you're in like a walkable city, you're in somewhere in like a colder climate. You just have to think a little bit harder about what you do, like what you're wearing in order to stay warm. Like I'm just thinking about how in the fall and winter, you wear a lot of outerwear, you wear a lot of thermals, and to first build up a fall winter wardrobe, you do kind of have to start with the basics in order to get the most bang for your buck out of any singular clothing article. For example, when I first moved to New York, I had to start buying like under thermals. A lot of these can double as, you know, just like a nice warm long sleeve shirt, but I'm not gonna buy the long sleeve in a bright royal blue or like an orange or a purple. I have to start, like I started with blacks and whites and creams and grays. And not that I necessarily wanted to, but if I'm only able to buy 2 to 3 shirts at a time and I need to get through 4 months of coldness, like I need to make sure that I can wear these same shirts on a regular basis, and not having to stick to a specific color palette, but having items that are flexible across a variety of different colors is probably a smart way to approach if you're starting from level 0. And then the same thing with coats. Like I have a puffer. I got to New York. I was like, I don't know if I have like the proper winter wear. I had to buy a new like outerwear jacket, which is like mine of choice is the puffer, but I got it again in a neutral color because it's the same jacket I need to be able to wear all day, all the time. Same with the trench coat, same with the leather jacket. Like you can buy these in whatever color with whatever pattern, and that may be your style. But for me, as someone who is trying to dress a little bit practically for my finances, for the region, I couldn't necessarily just go buy anything and everything. Oh, and also my own style, of course. The scarf is such a good way to add color, to add some uniqueness and some flair into any outfit. But the fact that the balaclava, whether you're wearing something like this, where it is an actual, like looks a little bit more like a detachable hood, or you're wearing something like this where it's a chunky scarf tied in such a way where it's protecting your head and your ears and your neck, it's such a good way to add some personality to your outfit, and it can immediately take you from something a little bit more expected to something exciting, something a little different. Because it is really easy to just walk outside, put a beanie on your head, maybe even some earmuffs, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Trust, I got a lot. I got a lot of beanies in a bag right now, begging to be taken outside. That's a good way to approach it. However, if I'm trying to just switch it up, wear something a little differently. Maybe I wore a beanie with the jeans, the boots, the sweatshirt last week and I want to do something else, I can now wear the balaclava. I like it personally. Last but not least, tall boots. Hear me out. Some of you might be thinking, Jordan, no shit. But some of you might be thinking, you know, I don't have too many tall boots in my closet. I tend to wear the booties. I tend to wear Chelsea boots, wellies, little shorties, Uggs. I like an Ugg. I do like an Ugg. One thing that I always did was take my short boot and pair it with short skirts and short dresses. Done it for years. I could still do it today. However, now that I have tall leather boots, I swear, you put them on and it just does something to you. It like activates you. These are the shoes, like a tall leather boot says, I'm here and I'm here to stay. You walk in that room and people notice. Given I'm 5'11", I'm 6 feet tall, so I love to show off my legs whenever I can, but I think it does it with everybody. Everybody looks good in a tall leather boot, and that is why I think it elevates your style. It like demands attention when you pair this with like a mini skirt, a mini dress. Even if you're wearing it under like a maxi dress, it's just like they're very versatile. I do love to pair these with like short skirts and dresses, and like I said, they just demand attention in the best way. And anything in the winter time that can give you a little bit of oomph, a little bit of confidence, that pep in your step, it is going to go a long way. We are genuinely going to be scraping, we're going to be grasping for that serotonin in a few months' time. So this is something that I just really think aligns with that look good, feel good mentality. But that's me on my high horse about a tall leather boot. I do want to call out, I'm talking about a variety of leather boots. You could be wearing a riding boot, a moto boot. One that I want to add to my wardrobe this year is like a tall pointed stiletto, like a tall, long, heeled, pointed leather boot. I got excited thinking about it. And then I also love the cowgirl boots. I've been wearing them a lot lately. I specifically got this like red pair, and they just, anytime I put them on, it doesn't matter what I put them on with, the people are eating them up. They're literally eating them up. And then also platform boots. And with that, I'm gonna show you what the boots that I have. The boots that I have. You can see I've already introduced the tall leather boots into my wardrobe. That's why I'm now just sharing the good word that everybody else should too. This is my latest pair. I have, oh, they're so dirty. They need to be cleaned. I took them to a music festival, but they are so cute. They kind of are a mixture of like riding boots and moto boots, but they have that chunky platform that I love. They're the Steve Madden Brigade boots. Just bought them. They should still be on the website. These I got last year from Madden Girl. Also just another chunky boot, black. But because I'm tall, I don't always want to like be wearing heels all the time. So I loved how these had like a nice platform, but the heel wasn't crazy. And then lastly, I got these from Amazon. They're obviously like dupes of the Fry boots, but I think this is a really good example of like a nice classic riding boot. And a really good example of that you can still add color to your wardrobe through the boot. You could wear an all black outfit, throw on a colorful boot. You left your mom's in the hood. You throw on that colorful boot and you all of a sudden took it from drab to fab. I don't know, just believe me. No, I'm just joking. All I have to say is that a nice tall leather boot of any time, it's sexy, it's sultry, and you will walk into the room, people will think, wow, that girl's got it going on. You can do it with a simple outfit, sweater, mini skirt, tall boot. maybe a pair of glasses. Let's add the illusion that you're smart while we're at it. You already are, but people can know. People can know. Or you can you can really go crazy with it. Think funky, think wild. It can be whatever you want, but I'm just saying, if you ever had an outfit and you're grabbing that short boot, maybe, just maybe, we try that tall leather one next time you want to. Thanks for watching. I had so much fun yapping about this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll definitely have a few more fashion, fall, winter style, blah, da, 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 videos coming up. And I'm excited to record them. I hope you liked it. I love talking about this stuff. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. Bye.